Atlanta United Fan TV here with Jay. 2-0 win, and pretty comprehensive, but it's against a depleted team, like I've been saying all night. And, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of chances that we're begging for sure.
Yeah, should have been 17-0. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I could care less. It was a depleted side. I understand that, but it was also fortuitous because it allowed PT to have space, which meant he could grow into the game and he could do his thing and grow in confidence. So if getting the 2-0 result means building his confidence, great, I'll take it. And also, Parkey got some rest.
Yeah. Kind of good. Yeah, sure.
Parkey got some rest. It's questionable whether Bruckshay had more key chances for us or for the other team. And I think that has to be looked at. I think Mikey Ambrose is coming back. You know, I've kind of been patient with him, and because I feel like we know he's not a great 1v1 defender, but some of the mistakes he's making is not something you can do as a professional player. You cannot be standing in the box facing, you know, the goal and just let somebody take the ball off your feet.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big time no-no. So we got to figure that situation out. And we know we have Miram, but he's not a left back. So we have Ambrose. Maybe, you know, Gallagher could come in on the right, Escobar go on the left. Or you know, we can't play Parkhurst for every game.
Right. Or maybe a Gordon Wild has, you know, to come into play a little bit. But either way, though, we're going to need to figure out something because, you know, Parkey and Shea, if that's our left back force for the 8 of 28 games, is it worrying?
It may be, and we may pay. I mean, maybe we'll switch to a back 3 sometimes, depending on the opponent. I don't know. Right now, we've seen a back 4, but that was very worrying. So I'm going to go home and make some funny gifs of Bruckshay when I get home. It's just what I do. I'm equal opportunist, so you know I gave him a lot of credit for some of the things he did. You know, he scored a goal against Ariano. He's had some great crosses in, and he's great.
Or an assist against
great going forward, but he just didn't look good defensively at all. But positives, I mean, WrestleMania, baby.
Yeah.
WrestleMania, baby.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, and he definitely milked it in front of the you know, the fans after that as well. It's nice to see him get back into you know, the score sheet and maybe into good form because yeah, he was killing it in I believe March, and then April was a little slower, right?
Yeah, I think everybody was kind of in a mist. So to see him put it away on his left foot so calmly. Yeah. You know, this is a guy, you know, he can play it on both feet. He's not afraid. He looks really good with this P.T. Joseph partnership right now. It's like a whole nother WrestleMania is coming back, and I think we're going to see a lot out of him this season if we can keep him healthy in this next run of games. That's going to be the interesting thing now is, you know, are we going to see Miram come in and give somebody rest? Is it going to be Tito? Is it going to be, you know, moving Gressel around? You know, we know Gressel can also play midfield. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of rotation we get in these upcoming games. You know, we've played a weekend SKC, we played a weekend Toronto. Still, Pozuelo was a ghost, right?
Yeah, he was pretty much anonymous. I mean, is he still in Remedi's pocket?
Yeah,
or?
I don't think he was their B team, right? He's their DP. So you could still say, okay, we didn't have our full team there, but Pozuelo's your DP, and he didn't do anything. We kept him out of the game. So credit to Remedi and Nagby, that pairing. I mean, they just kept him busy. He just didn't look like he was doing anything. Right. So that was very important. And it just looked like a team that was starting to click. We saw hints of it in SKC, although they bunkered more. Now we're playing a team that's more wide open. But, hey, we know that we've been punished. You know, they had some chances as well that they didn't convert on because they just weren't that great. Yeah. But at the same time, we've been punished before where we go up a goal. It doesn't matter. You know, Toronto will come back. We go 2-2, whatever. So it was just nice. We've defeated SKC now, who was we've never beaten. We've now beaten Toronto, who we've never beaten. So who's left? Seattle and FC Cincinnati. We're gunning for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do this, man.
Well, FC Cincinnati, that's going to be difficult, obviously. I mean,
we play them one more time.
Yeah.
One more time, man.
Hopefully we.
They don't even have a coach right now.
Yeah, they don't have a coach right now. So yeah, that's true. And so yeah, hopefully we do that business and we beat everybody, at least on the record wise.
All
but
the things.
yeah, for sure. But in terms of Orlando City coming up, then there he is. There he is. We were looking for you, man. We were looking for you all night. But so in terms of Orlando City, is this our toughest match? Yes. We'll wait for that. Definitely wait for that. But yeah, is it our toughest match yet?
I think Orlando, it may be. What's funny enough is it might be our toughest match, you know, coming into this. After that, we play Red Bulls. and then we play Chicago Fire at some point, so I can't remember all the whole run. But yeah, Orlando has been a team that has looked a little better this season. I don't know how much that's saying compared to last season. They looked terrible against Toronto, and we just saw what we did at Toronto, even though it was a depleted side. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I think they're going to be up for it, though. We know that they come out, we know Nani can do incredible things. I think if we can take him out of the game just like we did Pozuelo, I think that they're a nothing factor. I think we should be able to put him away at home. And it's going to be really interesting to see if Miram dresses up to play against Orlando.
Indeed. I mean, a lot.
Would you have ever thought that was going to happen?
Very true, very true. I know. Yesterday, definitely not. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's really the question then. Who's going to be defending against Nani? Because, yeah, he's going to play on that right side. And
hopefully not Breck Shea. Right?
So
yeah, so Parkhurst is probably going to start in that game if we're going to play a back four, I would imagine. He had rest this game, so he should have legs to play against Orlando on Sunday. It's a quick turnaround, but at the same time, we know we have a little bit of depth. We have this additional piece with Justin Miram. I think that's going to be important. I don't think we need him to be a superstar. Maybe that lack of pressure on him will help him actually improve because he's not one of the key TAM guys, you know. He's actually brought in for depth versus just being a starter. And maybe he'll play, I mean, who knows? Maybe he'll play his way into a starting role at some point while Bart goes out and, you know, we need to rest other players. We don't know. So it's going to be interesting to see if he comes off the bench or does something in that game as well.
You also have Dion Pereira, who's, been subbing in.
With the goal, offside goal. Yeah, we had a couple of those tonight. So.
We did.
But still.
Joseph being too passive, or what do you think?
I don't know. I mean, maybe just got too excited. I mean, it was we were on top of the game. The adrenaline's pumping, and he got caught offside. It happens. That's just part of his game, and we know that when it does come through and he's onside, you know, it's a dangerous threat. So I'm not really worried about that. But Tito is going to be integral against Orlando. We saw what he could do in this game. Yep. Just running. And by the way, he can play between players. I mean, he ghosted 2 or 3 defenders a couple of times in the box. And so as much as on occasion it doesn't come off, he tries to nutmeg somebody, you know, the majority of the time it works. And when it does work, it's just oh so beautiful.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, you kind of want a guy that's like willing to try things in the box because, yeah, even if it doesn't come off, it might come off. And when the chance it does, yeah, I mean, he looks like a genius.
Yeah, and in your box, you're in the box, right? It could come off a defender's toe. It goes somewhere. You know, he's taking, taking shots. It could deflect. We saw Barco take a shot. It deflected off in SKC against the goalkeeper, and that allowed Joseph to get a goal. So one of the things that's really great about watching this dynamic now with Tito and PT on the pitch at the same time is PT was stringing passes together that were unbelievable. Go back and watch this game and just watch PT the entire time. Don't look at anybody else. Just watch PT. And some of the things he was doing was magic. And when you have someone that is a runner that can run behind the lines like Tito, PT will find him. And that's the thing we were missing. Barco couldn't find him every time. Sometimes Joseph couldn't find him, right? We just wouldn't get it.
There was a nutmeg that, if Tito had just been able to run onto it.
So that is going to be integral against Orlando. If we put that pressure on them against the lines, I think it could cause a lot of chaos, and we could see the game really open up if we get that first goal. So very excited about Orlando. I hear the TIFO is going to be immaculate. So y'all better make it out Sunday.
Exactly, right? Yeah, because it was not exactly full, and I don't think they even announced the attendance tonight.
Yeah, so, no, it was. I felt like a more traditional weekday MLS match. It wasn't full, but it did about the 20th minute. I think a lot of people, the traffic was outrageous. People did start to fill in. But yeah, I think it's the emptiest I've seen it in quite some time. We have to admit that. You know, if we want to talk big games about attendance, we have to point out when it's not great. I don't know all the factors. I'm not a genius. I'm not paid to market that. But at the same time, it's something that I don't think we'll see Sunday. I think Sunday's going to be a different ball game. It's a weekend match. It's Orlando.
It's going to be 70,000.
People are going to show up. So I don't think that'll be a problem.